Hello, everybody. Really late status update. This episode was recorded like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that, and we have had a change of scenery from going forward. And the previous scenery led to some pretty bad audio recordings and really messed up a lot of our audio, like it is in this episode. So, there's some major audio mess ups and mishaps in this episode, but it shouldn't be the biggest end of the world, and I think it should be okay. But I'm gonna do my best to edit it and post and make it work. But um, yeah, going forward, this won't happen again, and this is definitely just a one-time type of oopsie. But we really liked the episode, and we really wanted to release the episode, even with its mixed audio. So yeah, hope you all enjoy, and the next episode will be coming out soon. Bye. Hey, buddy, did you hear the news? Ba ba na 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 na. It's tier review. So, welcome back to the One Destruction Podcast. My name is Jax, and I'm joined with my two lovable and huggable pals as follows. This is your cue.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's me. I love the lovable and huggable term. I appreciate it. It makes me feel that much more confident in myself, you know?
I can't say his name. His name is Hayden.
Yeah, I'm Hayden, co-host.
And then there's me. There's me, the best co-host.
Lies.
I am the most lovable and most huggable. I'm
Lies.
just the best person ever, really. So.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Welcome back to the podcast. It's been 3 weeks since we uploaded. It's been a while. We have tons of stuff to talk about. We've just been really busy. So we haven't had time to actually, make anything. And, it's been a while, but we're gonna, instead of uploading on the schedule that we decided back in like episode 1 or something like that, we're just gonna kind of just do it whenever we want to, and so we don't have to stress out and force ourselves to upload whenever it's like, hey, it's time for a Sunday upload. Hey, it's time for a Tuesday upload. We're just gonna upload whenever we want.
Yeah.
And other than that, we're back. We're gonna be trying to upload more. But again, we're just gonna go with the flow. Next week we're gonna be talking about the season wrap up for Destiny 2. Again, not a Destiny cast, and it's not supposed to be, and we're not trying to make it that way, but it's just because we've been slanging. But we're gonna talk about the wrap up of the season, which we have a lot to say about. Since last time we talked about it was when the game actually came out, so.
Yep.
So we have a lot to catch up on. Anyways, speaking of this podcast not being a Destiny cast, we're doing a Destiny tier list.
Yeah, well, we decided to flip things up a little bit because we didn't have too much topic to discuss, so we decided, hey, let's just do a bunch of tier lists and see how we feel, you know?
Well, I feel like we do have topics to discuss. It's more so, this is just something that we've always wanted to do.
It's something also just to experiment with. It's good experimentation. Try something else.
We've done this before, like multiple times off camera and stuff like that. But I feel like we just wanted to come back to it yet again, like the 80th time.
Yeah, this is deciding. Like, we got a couple tier lists. We got this one, we got like a stand one, and then we got a game one. And this, especially that stand tier list, I feel like we've done it so many times, and this time it's going to be definitive. This will be our definitive tier list.
You don't feel like we've done it so many times. We have done it so many times.
No, we definitely have. I'm not denying that.
I think 4 or 5 is how many times we've done the stand tier list.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway.
But this is going to be the definitive edition of our stand tier list. This is it. We're never doing it again after this episode drops.
And a definitive Destiny tier list, because I feel like we've always flip-flopped between these. So create some good discussion. And the last time we did
Destiny tier list was during, I think, Season of Plunder. That was the last time we did a tier list.
Didn't do one. Now we're Lightfall.
It's been a while. None of the Lightfall stuff. No season of I forget the name of the last season. Seraph, that's the one.
Yeah, I know where that's going.
Anyways, before we start the tier list, on screen, you shall see, you don't have to watch, this is going to be an audio only on Spotify when we get it up, but, if you're watching this on YouTube, you are going to be able to see, the tier list being made. Yeah, if you just look, I'm organizing them right now so that they fit, chronological order, because I realized that they were alphabetical order, we're going to do them, in order of release. And yeah, and that's what's going on. We're going to do the Destiny tier list first, and then we're going to do a stand tier list, and then we'll wrap up with a gaming tier list, so you'll get a sense for our thoughts and everything. We'll go in depth with a lot of things. We do have some disagreements, especially with the stand tier list.
Oh yeah, that'll be discussed. That'll be interesting.
One thing I've thought about, I will say this with the JoJo tier list before we get started, is, I was thinking about this the other day, I was thinking about making, like, a JoJo intro and outro tier list, but I realized that we put almost all of them up in S tier because we kind of like all of them.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, I don't think that's fair because like 90% of JoJo intros are just straight fire. I said 90%.
Yeah, like pretty much all of them are pretty good. Some of them are not that good. Like, you know, I don't think it's pretty fair to rate the Oingo Boingo song.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't count.
Yeah, quick editor's note real quick here. We actually don't end up doing the JoJo tier list, but we will do it in another episode, even though it's not going to be at the end of this episode. So, yeah, we thought we were going to do it, but we actually ran out of time in this episode, so it'll be in a future episode. Anyways, let's begin.
All right.
We are going to start
With
Destiny 2 Vanilla.
Destiny 1 Vanilla.
Okay, hear me out.
Destiny 1 Vanilla, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No matter how good it was, without Destiny 1 Vanilla, we wouldn't have Destiny. It's S tier.
No.
What?
No. That's not even fair. That makes it.
Slow down.
First of all, Chief.
Hold on. Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 have to go in S because we wouldn't have them if they didn't exist.
All right, sister, you're cooking a little too much here. I'm gonna take a couple paces back. So, I don't think it's S. I don't think Destiny 1 Vanilla is not S. And Destiny 2 Vanilla is certainly not S. I will just straight up say that. It is,
Okay, no. Like, the quality is not S, but if you think about it, we wouldn't have it if it didn't exist.
I know that, but it's just like, still, even if that's the case, it's still not S. Because just because it started something doesn't mean it doesn't make it good. It needs to have backing behind it to make it good. So, I don't think so.
Yes, I totally agree with the statement. I think D1 Vanilla. First of all, let me just clarify for everyone listening. We are House of Wolves vets. That's when we started playing.
Yeah.
We bought Destiny 1 when House of Wolves was released, like the week of. And we bought like both the DLCs with it. So I think that Destiny 1 Vanilla is strictly a B game.
I would have said it was a C.
I think B.
Why do you... Oh, wait. So, do you agree with the not S now?
Well, I agree with the not S, but... sorry. I agree with the S. I'm sticking with my ways. It's just, I know that I'm not going to get my way, so I'm going to compromise.
Right. It had a lot of problems, but you're right. We wouldn't be here without it. But no, it did. It had problems. It definitely had problems. I don't think anyone's going back and playing the D1 Vanilla campaign and saying, man, this is a masterpiece in storytelling.
Yeah, that's why it's C for me. It doesn't have, like... When you were done with it, you were kind of done with it. Especially in Vanilla. Yeah. It's like, you're done.
I was rewatching a Dado video about his thoughts on VOG for D1. And looking at the raid gameplay from back then, yeah, that raid was really... It was an introduction, so I don't blame it. Yeah. But, yeah, no, compared to what we have now, it's nothing.
Yeah, it's like... It's just not... People like to hold just base Destiny 1 is, like, something pretty good. But it's just okay. It's a C for me.
The thing is that Destiny 1... Like, this is the very start of Destiny. Destiny didn't really have too much of a direction.
Yeah.
So, I think it's B, personally.
I think we can put it in B. That's a fair compromise.
I'll accommodate for B, but deep down in my heart it's C. But that's fine. Oh, God.
Alright. Crota's End.
Not
Crota's End. Sorry, Dark Below.
Yeah, Dark
D
Below.
for Dark Below.
That's true. D for Dark Below. I don't think there need anything else.
Didn't have enough. The raid is easy. And it's just...
You get solo the raid.
It's just... It exists. It simply exists. That's it.
Yep. Always being able to solo the raid.
Also,
alright, moving on to where we started.
Yeah, honestly, I might even say throw it in D as well, because, I mean...
Whoa!
I know it's where we started, but it's just... It's like the Dark Below. It just didn't have enough.
I think it's C.
Nah, dude, I think it's better than D1 Vanilla.
What?
Dude, Prison of Elders was awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, that's it
New
though. That's kind of
infusion
what
system, the house weapons, Lord of Wolves, Queensbreaker's Bow, Dreg's Promise. Only it's Dreg's Promise.
Actually, Dreg's Promise. Dreg's Promise was my first exotic I ever got, dude. I'm changing that. It's going in B.
It's C for me.
That's put in B.
Okay, fine. Okay, well this goes in A.
Alright.
That's S.
You said A?
I said A, yeah.
It's S.
No, okay, so here's the thing for me.
King is the best DLC.
Okay, so here's the thing for me. No, exactly. That's why it goes in A, because there was a better expansion than the Taken King.
No, they both go in A. those DLCs forged the game to be what they are now.
I mean,
No,
okay,
Destiny would have died without Taken King.
I
Yeah,
agree,
Destiny,
but
Destiny would be gone without it.
I still think it's A, because while it's good, I would say we've gotten better up to this point. I feel like we've gotten.
Yeah, no, but no, it's still a classic.
I guess, but
No,
I
it's
don't know.
S. It's S.
It did have a good
You
end game.
you used to say S for it. Why you change?
I don't, because Witch Queen was just so much better.
It doesn't take away from the fact that this is an S. Though.
That's true. Okay, fine, keep it S.
I mean, we got the new subclasses. We got
And we had
I
new
guess
supers. It
everyone-
wasn't
I
new
guess everyone likes-
subclasses.
I guess everyone likes the original King's Fall, but I was never a big.
I
fan.
will
That's why I
say,
was-
yeah, I will say, I definitely, you know what keeps it S for me now? I like, because I feel like where Destiny has always fumbled introducing new supers is they try to incorporate this new super too much into the story, where in the Taken King, you kind of just had the new super and you just got to play around with it. I wish.
No, I like that it wasn't related to the story. It was a side mission.
Yeah, that's why I think more Destiny super should be like, instead of having it engraved in the story, that it should just be a side mission. You get it and you get to use it in the sandbox. But I will talk about this more when we get to Beyond Light and Lightfall.
That's like, okay, but stasis, it makes sense, but yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going.
All right, Rise of Iron.
Okay, Rise of Iron.
Actually, I have that poster in my room still.
Okay. Yeah. Bold take. I think Rise of Iron is an A.
I think it's
That's
B.
definitely a bold. That's definitely a bold take. I think it's the lowest B. By the way, we're putting these. If you're watching YouTube, you can I'm gonna put these in order, ranking from best to worst. We'll do that at the end. But for now, I'm gonna put Rise of Iron right here.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
totally agree with the B.
Okay, but let me justify my A. The reason I think it's
Go
A
ahead.
is because I think Rise of Iron has a really, really, really good endgame. The Rise of Iron endgame is fantastic.
That's fair.
It has the Plague Lance is awesome. Archon's Forge, amazing. The story was mid, very mid. But and also Wrath of the Machine. Oh man, that was a good raid. So taking all that into account, that's
Yeah.
why I give it an A. But to accommodate, I will say it is a low B. It is just a personal
Okay.
thing for me that it's a high A. Okay, now I think I could say the most about this next one because I actually
Well,
played
hold
Vanilla
on,
Destiny.
hold on. We are not done talking about Rise of Iron yet.
Okay, I was about to
I
say.
have stuff that I want to say about Rise of Iron too. Rise of Iron is my most played DLC before Witch Queen, I believe. Like that era of Destiny was my most played. I think I had like 300 hours alone on Rise of Iron. 364. I'm pretty sure is what I last
DLC.
checked it at. I agree with your statement because one, there was the dawning. The best dawning we've ever had, by the way, was during Rise of Iron.
Agreed.
You'll never get that good ever again. We had SRL. We had those 5 chests sitting in the middle of the tower that you had to progressively unlock to get new exotics that were just Thunderlord but different. But
Yep.
they were still cool.
Yep.
Nova Morris being my favorite. The tower was different. Eververse wasn't as stocked as it usually is. It was still in the process of making, so it wasn't a huge problem back then. The raid, Age of Triumph came in. All the raids got rehauled. Like literally every raid got some of the best armor this game has ever
Yeah,
seen.
I'm still waiting for like them to do another Age, like a Moments of Triumph thing,
bro,
like that in
bring
D2.
back the Curtis End armor. It was so good.
Just
It
bring
was
back, like,
so good.
New ornaments for the raids, so you can make it makes you want to do
Right.
them again.
Right? No, that's so true though.
They haven't done that. I
Like
don't know why.
grindable ornaments, doing challenges in the raid that aren't like crazy hard, but like fun challenges.
Yeah, and they give you more than just a title. That gives you like cool stuff,
No,
So-
yeah, no, it'd be totally awesome. I really
Yeah.
hope that happens.
Okay. So,
But no, yeah, I agree. Don't if it was just the DLC by itself, it'd go in C. But it had a lot of stuff going on that was really awesome.
okay. Vanilla Destiny 2.
Rose, anything you want to add about Rise of Iron before we end the D1 era?
Really?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the end of D1. Moving on to D2.
Okay.
And let's be real. The only person who has any say on this one, other than the fact that we actually played it, is Hayden, because Rose and I quit when we heard about the double primary system.
I played
Um,
the campaign though. But
No,
No,
but
we're
I-
talking about the time period itself.
I
Right,
played
right.
I played Vanilla
We'll
D2.
speak this. We'll speak campaign and stuff thoughts after Hayden gets his actual experience out, because Hayden's the only one that actually played during
Right.
the time of its release.
Okay.
Right.
So
So
I
go
pre-ordered this game. I have the Cade thing in my room. Like it's literally sitting on my desk, the little Cade figurine, the collectible
Yeah.
that came with pre-ordering the game. I remember playing this game, and I remember playing it at launch. And story, it's rough. It was very rough. I mean, I liked it, but playing it again, it was rough. with my like fully developed like kind of sense on the game. I played it
We'll
again.
talk story in a second. Speak on thoughts of like the sandbox because we weren't there for that.
But yeah, Sandbox was it was fine. It's just that it wasn't innovative enough. Yeah, 2 primaries pretty cool, but it was just like it just didn't freaking like work properly. It just didn't feel right. And also because it was like you were only getting double primary, you weren't getting like any secondaries at all. And Infusion was it was kind of broken, and also you had to use whatever was your highest power because at this point in the game they kind of got, while leveling was in the game, it didn't really matter too much because it became all about power. And I will say the thing about Destiny 1 vanilla is that it was just about leveling instead of power. But Destiny 2, they made your level practically useless. Like, your level didn't even matter for anything. The only reason you had a level is so you can unlock new stuff with your super. And that was kind of dumb, if you ask me. It didn't make too much sense. You should just have just be power at that point. So the system of unlocking skill points to unlock a new thing for your super was interesting, but I just didn't think it was fleshed out properly, and it just didn't feel right. And going back and replaying this same like kind of mission thing to get a new super is kind of just felt kind of strange to me. And you unlocked like a new super.
Hold on, well, again, you're speaking on the campaign. We're gonna talk about the campaign in a second.
Oh no, this isn't even campaign talk. This is like
No,
side
I know,
missions.
but like we got to do that too.
Yeah, I know, but
I was actually speaking on the things that we didn't do.
yeah. Planets, okay. They added some new
Okay,
ones.
stop. You're not listening.
But I'm talking about the sandbox.
It's not. The planets were always in the game.
Okay, whatever. Anyway,
It's not the sandbox.
whatever. It was just that the sandbox felt like it was missing something. And after the campaign, you really felt that the sandbox wasn't innovative enough because you only released in the campaign. Because once you interact with it, like after the campaign, it's just Destiny 1 essentially. Didn't bring anything really new to the table. Felt like you were kind of playing the same game.
That's fair. No, I totally agree with that. From gameplay I've seen.
Yeah.
For the campaign, I'll say this. I think that it's really bad. I feel like I've been seeing a lot of TikToks on people hyping up Gaul. Did we play the same campaign? He got stomped. Solo. Man had a pistol. That was his weapon. A pistol.
Okay, but I'll give Red War this. I think that the cutscenes were pretty good.
I mean, that's kind of
fair. But I mean, nothing happens. That's the problem. Is that
I guess.
sure they look cool and but what's the point though if the story doesn't mean anything?
Mm-hmm.
Like the only cool ones IMO are Ikora's because Ikora is the only character that has any development in the entire campaign.
Yeah.
Because she learns a lot about herself because she's afraid of dying. She's the only guardian that we see that's actually afraid to die. You know, that's really cool. Cade's funny. Zavala was stoic. Rest in peace, Let's Reddick. Yeah, you know.
Right. Well, I think we can conclude that Destiny 2 Vanilla is a D tier.
I think it's a C tier.
I think it's C because the reason is like I said, since y'all didn't play the sandbox, playing the campaign with the sandbox is fine, but after that point, there's nothing new. It's like I said, it's just Destiny 1 again. But
the shotgun as well is just so stupid.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. No.
Okay, I didn't even get to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
No. It's dark. It was a dark time.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Great
it's time to
Osiris.
get to my first controversial opinion. We're about to get into it. I already know anybody seeing this is about to be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you think this." But my hot take for the Destiny 2 series is that Curse of Osiris is better than Warmind. Literally nobody agrees with me, and I'm okay with that. If we're talking story, Curse of Warmind sweeps... Or Curse of Warmind? Oh my God. Curse of Osiris sweeps Warmind story-wise by a mile. It's not even close.
Okay, one, you're wrong. And two, that DLC is so bad.
I agree. It does go here. It does go here. I agree.
Warmind is C tier and Osiris is D tier. We'll talk about it, but
No,
that
let's discuss this right now. Okay, hold on. First of all, let me get my controversial opinion out of the way, then you could lecture me on it. The reason why I think Warmind is worse than Curse of Osiris is because of two reasons. One, Curse of Osiris' story provides so much more to the lore than Warmind's story does. Warmind has 3 missions, my guy. It has 3 missions. One of them is on a reused location. That is a major yikes. Curse of Osiris is a reused location mission, but at least we get the Infinite Forest and we get to see the past and future of Mercury, which is at least a cool concept. Warmind doesn't even establish any cool concepts. It's just like more busy work. That's all it is. It's just busy work. And two, the only reason, in my opinion, I have a theory about this. I have a theory that the only reason that people think Warmind is better than Curse of Osiris is because of Whisper was in Warmind. That's my theory.
Okay,
Whisper was
hold
such
on.
hold on, almost done. Whisper was such a good mission that it blinded people to think that this was better than Curse of Osiris on like a content level. And that's my take.
Okay. Let me just say this. Osiris is a cool character now, but like when we're playing Curse of Osiris, the original, it's just like, oh, here's Osiris. He's a warlock that got lost in doing research in the Mercury Infinite Forest. Blah, 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 blah. Just some random character. Meanwhile, we have Warmind, where we go to Mars to find this ancient technology, where like Clovis Bray's daughter is doing work in this giant machine that can like kill planets. That's cool. That's so cool. The planet, the machine speaks Russian. That's cool.
What is?
Okay, this may be preference. This may be preference, but to me, that is just so much more lame than exploring infinite timelines in a time machine. That's just not as cool.
I'll let y'all finish, and I'll discuss on why Warmind is better on like a pure gameplay.
In Curse of Osiris, we get like the fancy Vex with like a new like stupid golden one.
Ice Hive. It's better than Ice Hive.
Meanwhile, we get Ice Hive and like the Thrall look like ice zombies.
No,
It's
they
cool.
look stupid. They look. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not cool.
Mars with snow is cool.
Let's not think the Hive were good enemies before Witch Queen. I'll just say that much.
What are you
Anyways.
talking about?
Hayden, your turn.
Yeah. So while y'all are talking like story wise, I'll perfectly explain why Warmind is better than Curse of Osiris with 4 specific things. Or not even 4, maybe even less. Especially since someone that played Curse of Osiris, like, I played Curse of Osiris, like, day 1 of release. So I also have a bit of experience there. I played it with a friend. So Curse of Osiris. The biggest problem with Curse of Osiris is that after the story, even though the story's better than Warmind's, I agree there too, it's like vanilla Destiny 1 where there's nothing after it. Like, after you beat Curse of Osiris' campaign, you're essentially done. Because Mercury has nothing. Mercury was the smallest location in Destiny 2, like, overall. Like, it was tiny.
Destiny's history.
Yeah, in Destiny's history, too. It was tiny. Like, there was nothing to do on it. Other than get the Osiris weapons. Yeah, you can get the Osiris weapons, but that's, like, just busy work, essentially. And it was, like, essentially just doing bounties, kind of. Except you had to do them on Mercury and wait for the one public event to show up every half hour.
So, I'm gonna cut you off here, but I do want to say, adding on to what you said, I do think, and this is like the 2 things I'm gonna give, or 1 thing I'm gonna give Curse of Osiris, is that the system, like, where you get the weapons, like Perfect Paradox. That Perfect Paradox is amazing. That gun is just incredible, and a lot of the guns from Curse of Osiris are actually good. It's one thing I like about Curse of Osiris. I like the guns, especially Perfect Paradox. I use that thing in Crucible so much, like might as well jam or like cut off my fingers on the trigger on that gun. But I think the system and the quest for those special guns you get for doing stuff on Mercury was pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so that was the main thing that kept Osiris, like, why people think Warmind is better than Osiris, because Warmind offered more, not only from, like, kind of a gameplay perspective, but also, like, an end game content perspective, because like I said, after Curse of Osiris, when you beat the story, that's it. You're kind of just done. See, in Warmind,
in Warmind, you get like the Seraph codes and stuff like that.
If you'll let me finish, I was about to go into that. You get the Seraph codes. You have you had a new location that was pretty big, considering everything considered. The Warmind location is pretty big. And also, in the open world, you had the public event. What was it called again? It's been so long.
Escalation Protocol.
Escalation Protocol, yes.
It was lit impossible without, like, 4 people.
I mean, still, it was fun, though. It gave people something to do after it.
No, considering this, during Shadowkeep's era, once buildcrafting became a thing, no, it was totally possible to do it with, like, 3 people.
Yeah, exactly.
I did it.
Yeah. No, it's definitely possible with 3 people.
I got Wayfarer. Anyways.
Yeah, but it gave players something else to do. After they beat the campaign, you could do way more than you could do in Osiris. Because after When you beat the story in Osiris, that's it. You're done. When you beat the story in Warminders, you still
I
got some stuff to
understand
do.
y'all's take, and I respect y'all's opinion on it.
Yeah, but it's so.
We'll have to agree to disagree here.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to agree to disagree on here.
I do think Osiris is better than Dark Below.
I agree there. What? Okay.
No, Osiris is better than Dark Below.
Now here's the other thing. Osiris brought
Dark
in.
Below is pitiful. That was so bad.
Okay, but here's the thing too. Osiris's raid was Eater of Worlds.
Right, but dude, it's like comparing.
But Crota's End is
what's dirtier, a cow or a pig?
You can't,
yeah, I know.
You can't
but,
say worlds.
Yeah, but
like, bro, both of those raids are terrible.
Crota's End is better than Eater of Worlds.
I mean,
You've never even played Eater of Worlds. I did.
I'm just saying, like, I watched both of them and I want to fall asleep.
Yeah, I know, but no, Crota's End has more encounters than Eater of Worlds. Eater of Worlds has like 2 encounters.
Okay. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. The bridge encounter is not even a real encounter. You could skip the whole thing.
Yeah, I know, but still, it's still you. At least you have to do something.
The time it was vaulted, you could just skate through the whole thing, no problem.
All right, we can agree with this. So we're gonna put Warmind in C tier for y'all's sake. I think it's D, but we'll put it here.
I hate to break it to you, Warmind also had Spire Stars, which was one of the hardest raids in Destiny history.
Anyways, moving on. Forsaken. Ooh. I think.
I think it's S. K deserves S.
No, what the?
I just think the DLC itself is perfect. Like
it is in the Switch.
Yeah, we'll probably do a raid tier list next time we do a tier list video.
Wait.
I think, and I mean, I'm just gonna outvote here. I think Jackson and I both outvote here. It's S.
No, it's S. I agree.
I mean,
I'm Riven.
Before Witch Queen came out, it was the best.
Tangled Shore is a kick-ass location, even though it's gone. It was a kick-ass location.
It had that Dream City, which in my opinion is the best location.
It had that one lost sector in the Tangled Shore as well that everyone knows and loves. I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about.
Can I say what I want
The
to say?
weapons. What are you gonna say?
Okay, since y'all we're cutting me off. Incoming. Another hot take. It is like the highest A possible.
Oh man.
Okay, dude.
Okay, so here's why. Upon playing the story again, the missions are just like they're just fine. Okay.
What are you talking about?
It's like
when you go
let
into
him speak.
yeah.
Yeah, the missions are just fine. It's like it's just okay. It's not like it's like the first mission is great and fun, and then after that it's just like it's a bunch more busy work. Essentially, you have to go around and kill each one of like the how many other barons, and only a few of them offer something unique gameplay wise to the other. Most of them are just you run in, shoot and kill, run in, shoot, kill,
Bro.
and only every now and again does a baron offer something new, like the trickster, where she throws on ammo and stuff, and each one of them are traps. But most of them are just like the same thing of just running in, shooting, killing, running in, shoot, kill, run and shoot, kill. Also, I would like to mention, by the end of the campaign, Uldren isn't even the final boss. It's a giant.
Yes, that is lame. That's true.
That's it. The only
lame final boss.
I'm convinced that the only reason people hold this kind of thing to such high standard is one, Cade, and two, the end game, because the end game was so good that it confused people to thinking this DLC was a masterpiece. When in reality, the story is pretty flawed and it's got a lot of errors and whatnot. Like the story is definitely. I see
where you're coming from.
Yeah, the story is just okay, but the end game is so freaking good.
I can see why you say the story is okay. First of all, the mission design part, you were just wrong. That's just not true at all.
They have in one of the Baron missions, you have a pike race. Are you kidding?
It's not even a pike race. It's you shooting the person on the pike.
Cool. It's still cool.
It's just okay.
All right, hold on. Here's what I'll say, is that I can see why you would say that endgame blinds some people, because the endgame of Forsaken is the best it has ever been, and it'll never get that good ever again. Because there were 2 new destinations, tons of new loot, the double primaries are gone, new raid, new annual pass content that was coming out throughout the year, so we had that to get excited for.
Thanks, Fortnite.
Like literally just no, this is before the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass comes during the Shadowkeeper, which we'll discuss. Yeah, just Fortnite wasn't even out when this stuff came out, by the way. Just saying. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, but respectfully, you're wrong.
Okay. Well,
As
it's
respectfully
just
as possible.
it's just that I don't know. It's just I feel like people hold that story too fond for what it actually is. It's
I can
just
see why you say the story, but yeah, no, the content gets all the praise it deserves.
it's just an okay story, and sometimes
And
it offers something gameplay, but it's like we've done like pike races before. Man, there was like a pike race in a strike, and it's like we've seen the tank before, tank mission before. We've done with holograms. It's like, come on, guys. It's like it's just
Okay.
It's
Yes,
just-
fair.
it's just
The
like
last thing I'll say, is that I will quote Blue Wessel here in a tweet he made towards Bungie saying, "What Destiny take will get you with swords around your neck." It was that one meme. And Blue Wessel said, and I quote, "Last Wish is the best raid in Destiny 2, and it's not even close." And I totally agree.
yeah, I agree.
Last Wish is the best raid. It'll never get that good ever again. People keep hoping it is. I do too. We're never getting a raid with that many encounters. We're never getting a raid with those cool bosses and unique mechanics ever again.
Yeah.
It was
So-
a one-time deal.
Yeah, it's mainly also because like it took way longer for Forsaken to come out. Now that now that Bungie has to constantly like kind of pump out like content every now and again, I don't think they can. The reason Last Wish is as long as it was because they were able to take their time with it. They aren't able to really to
Yeah.
take their time with raids anymore because they have to kind of satisfy people's like hunger for a new raid or a new dungeon, especially
Yeah.
since like
Refer to
dungeons.
Elitist Dato's most recent video on Root of Nightmares for that.
Yeah, it's like we're never gonna get
Anyways,
anything like it again.
yeah, no, totally true. And we got Shattered Throne, the first dungeon.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, no, S tier, totally fair S tier in my opinion. Not even close. All right, Black Armory.
Black Armor.
Oh, dude.
I want to hear the talk
Okay.
about this.
It was okay. It's like it's a rocky road. I feel like it's like really good, but it's also like really bad.
I think it had a repetitive mission design,
I agree.
but other than that, I'd say it's a solid A.
The raid was great.
Yeah, good raid, good loot, fun missions for the
dude.
start. But
Did
man,
any of
after
you-
you had to do those forges like 30 times, they got so boring.
Did any of you
And
play Scourge?
Oh.
Yeah, Hammerhead, my favorite weapon in Destiny 2.
Did any of you play Scourge of the past, other than like me?
I did once.
Really?
Yep.
Do you have the emblem?
Nope.
Wait.
Never beat it.
Oh. I'm like, wait, how can you play the
To
raid not beat?
last encounter?
Oh, yeah, I've played the raid through at least 3 times if I remember correctly. Yeah, and it was a solid raid. But
I mean, let me say this: I don't think there's a lot of discussion on whether this is like an A. Or I can think it's a safe A, to be honest.
I think it's like that. You know what? I don't think it's a safe A. I think it's the highest B.
Rose.
Yeah, I'll go B.
All right, highest B then.
Yeah, the
I
highest
think
B. It's better
the
than
lowest A, but
No, it is the better than base Destiny 1. But dude, Black Armory's launch was rough.
yeah, no, it's true. It was. Yeah, I remember the first day that came out. I didn't beat the Forge. I never.
Yeah,
I
no,
didn't
it was
beat I had to
horrible.
wait. Like I tried. I did 20 runs and I couldn't beat it.
Yeah.
I gave up.
So you said Drifter.
Yeah, moving on to the most controversial annual pass season.
C.
Yeah.
I say it's better than
Dude.
D2 vanilla.
When
I say it's
Gambit, when
I
Gambit
say
got
it's highest C,
introduced,
highest C.
when Gambit got introduced, that's when Destiny got annoying.
Gambit was introduced in Forsaken. Gambit
Yeah,
Prime.
it was good. You know why?
Gambit-
Because Heavy Machine, the week or the few weeks before Heavy Machine Guns came out in Destiny 2, Gambit was perfect.
That's true.
I mean to say like when Gambit like started changing and started getting more like involved, like Season of the Drifter. That is when the game got annoying because
Right.
Gambit.
I
was
say
some-
that what's it? That this is the worst annual pass season, but I definitely think it's better than D2 vanilla.
Yeah, it's like Gambit Prime was fun for when it was like fun, but Reckoning was also pretty good.
Reckoning was awesome.
Yeah, Reckoning was great. I liked
It
Reckoning.
was just an ad. It was just ad kill. That was all
It
it
was,
was.
yeah, it was just like
It was
play
just
the-
mindless ad kill for a reward at the end, and didn't have to leave the activity whenever you did it. You could just redo it in the activity. Love that a lot. I don't know why they don't do that more.
interesting like story kind of. They brought back
no,
they brought
no,
back
I mean,
Thorn. Thorn came
Interesting
back.
story. Pointless story though.
Pointless, yeah, but interesting.
Nothing has come from it.
That's
Nothing has
true.
come from that story.
other than like build up the backstory of Drifter.
Yeah, Emissary has been absent from the story since Beyond Light.
Yeah. It was interesting how they were going to introduce how they were going to have like this team dynamic thing, but of picking like the Drifter or the Vanguard, but it never came to anything. Nothing ever came out of it.
It did, because we
No,
ended up using the darkness.
I mean,
Right,
kind
but
of.
no, like it said when you did the loyalty quest, I remember this very specifically. It told you that once you picked it, there was no going back, and that it would affect the story down the line. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. It
But
did
it
not.
never did. It never did.
It's to be honest, it's literally impossible for them to make like 2 campaigns for each.
I don't think they
Guardian
were gonna make 2
choice.
campaigns though. I feel like they were gonna have a system. I feel like what they were trying to do was to have a system that would show which side you picked. You know.
Mm.
But they never did.
Yeah, they never did.
It's kind of like factions, which just never works.
Yeah.
Yep. No, that's
No, true.
definitely
I
that's
totally
definitely
agree.
what it was like. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I want
It
to talk
doesn't
about
work.
this next season though. This season is
All
an
right,
A.
Opulence.
I'll
Opulence
go
is an
first.
A.
Opulence
I
is
think
an
it's an Menagerie is fire.
A. Yeah.
Yeah, it's peak. It's peak Destiny 2 activity.
Yeah. That was when I was season of Opulence was like when I was the most active on Destiny. I played so much Destiny.
Amazing
Opulence.
weapons. Mid raid. Not gonna lie, it was a pretty mid raid.
The raid was fine. It's not like
Great weapons, great activity, great story. It's just fun.
Everything countless was interesting.
I will say,
No, it's just
these two bozos never played the raid. I actually played the raid. The raid is
Can you blame me? Can you blame me?
No, I can't.
Can
The
you
raid
blame
is
me?
definitely mid, and the loot was fine. I will admit, some of the loot was pretty good.
No, the route was terrible. The route was awful.
I mean, Imperial Decree came from the raid.
I never saw anyone use crown loot after that raid came out.
Fixed odds came out from the raid. Tarava was pretty cool.
Imperial Decree wasn't good at that time.
Fair
I
enough.
agree, it wasn't. It's good
Imperial
now.
Decree is good now because the meta changed.
Fair. But it's
Yeah, there was Mindbenders back. That was when Mindbenders and Dust Rock were a thing. Like Imperial
That's
Decree
true.
stood no chance.
That's true. But it was just the raid was just fun. It's interesting.
Also, another reason why Imperial Decree is good is because you can get enhanced traits because you craft it.
Yes, I agree.
Shadowkeep. Shadowkeep is
Okay. Hear me
Hold
out.
on. This is my most. I take back what. Oh no, Rise of Iron was my most for D1. Yes, Shadowkeep was my most played era during Destiny 2's history.
Yep.
I played the most during Shadowkeep era.
Yeah.
Including all these seasons.
I think that Shadowkeep. It's hard because like we got introduced to the effing pyramids.
Hold on.
no.
Before we rate this, we need to clarify that this is when the Activision Bungie slip happened.
Yep.
The split, sorry. This is when they split. So Bungie was like minimum resources, lost half like their income. However, this is also when the game went free to play,
Yes.
which has made a lot of people play this game. And it's honestly blowing my mind how many people I've seen on the internet that have never touched D1 before. I used to only know D1 veterans up until this point. And at this point, once this came out, I started to know less and less people who played Destiny 1.
Yeah.
Which still blows my mind.
Yeah.
I think that this is the highest C tier.
I agree.
Yes.
I was about to say maybe.
That's pretty safe.
I was about to say maybe highest D, but no. I mean,
No, it's definitely better than Warmind.
it's better than Warmind, yeah. Yeah, raid was.
Dude, we got Armor 2.0. We got Armor 2.0.
That's true. We did get Armor 2.0.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Or 3.0. I don't remember which one it is. It's one of them.
Okay, the next one could go in D, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah, Season of Dying, garbage. I still think Dark Below is worse. I still think Dark Below is worse.
Okay, hold on. Season of Dying has some of the most fire armor like ornaments, though.
True, it does. I'm
Yeah.
sorry though. I don't think. Okay, no, there's one thing that goes below this, but I think this is like the worst of the worst. I think there's nothing that needs to be said about Season of Dying. It was so bad that Bungie had to bundle it with Shadowkeep to warrant its price.
Yeah, that I was in a state after
It was awful.
Yeah,
It was
no,
awful.
I quit Destiny for a bit after Season of Undying,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, I missed a
Yeah,
really good
no,
season.
Y'all, yeah. I believe I'm the only one who fully played this season now.
Yep.
I think it's
So-
B tier, like mid.
Well,
like,
I'm gonna speak from someone who's played it, and I have the Savior title, so I did everything that this DLC required.
Alright.
I think it is the lowest A.
I
This
agree.
Yeah. Okay. I can
This
do that.
season was solid. The weapon, I'm still begging Bungie to bring back the sundial weapons. They were so good. I loved all of them except for the sidearm. Literally all of them are fire. I want all of them back. I want the Quarters of Time back. I want all of it. It was great. This is an amazing season. They needed it to be amazing to boost up Shadowkeep's failure.
Yeah, it was a good
think
season.
It goes right here.
Yeah, no, they brought back Saint 14 too. Come on, we would not have Saint 14 without that season.
We wouldn't have Saint. Saint came back in the season.
Yeah.
No, it was just fire.
Hey Jax,
right.
you sure nothing worse than Dark Below?
That's what I said. I said there's one thing worse than Dark Below.
Season of the Worthy.
Season of the Worthy. I will refer to Dado's season 10 closing thoughts to how I feel about Season of the Worthy. Season of the Worthy is, in my opinion, is the lowest this franchise has ever been. What an awful time to be a Destiny player. What a absolutely miserable time.
That season was horrible.
Oh my god.
I played it for 2 hours and quit.
Was a public event. Are you kidding me? And it wasn't like Season of Rivals. Season of Rivals had a weekly story. It had the dungeon, and the public event was just something else you could do. That's fine. This was it. The public event was it. That's what we got. In Lost Sectors. You're joking. You're kidding me right now. Lost Sectors and a public event. This was a lame excuse for $10.
Also that live event.
This is the most insulting DLC I've ever played. I quit when I got to rank 40, if that gives you any perspective. There are only 2 Destiny DLCs that I did not finish the season pass for. It is this one and Season of Them Dying. I will always regret not finishing the Season of Them Dying thing. But I did get the chest piece for all my classes, so I guess it's okay. But no. This one and these 2 are the only 2 I didn't finish season pass for. Miserable. So terrible. Never playing this again. And I'm happy that it's gone.
Yeah.
Thank God it's gone.
Horrible.
Awful.
Horrible.
We can all agree.
Season
Terrible.
of...
I mean, the exotic was 4 Horsemen. And
Yeah.
Tommy's matchbook, bro.
Yeah.
I mean...
Season of the Seraph was that season done right, essentially, is what I
And
like to say.
also, I will also add the fatigue on the Red Legion here.
Oh my god,
Like,
that's when I
nobody
felt
wanted
it.
to see them anymore.
Right.
And they were the main threat of the season, which is really embarrassing.
Yeah. How about that 30-minute live event, too?
Oh my god, it was
True.
so awful. I know it was like a first time thing, but like, oh my god, it was like just us sitting there looking at a still PNG for like an hour and a half. Just so boring, and it led up to nothing too. Nothing came of it either.
Yeah.
We blew it up. It's basically yay. That's it.
It would have been cool if you got to explore the wreckage of the Almighty, but nope.
I would also like to add, I did not play the Felwinter's Lie quest. But what I know about it, the fact that it was bugged, I feel like it goes unsaid that was an awful event and nobody liked it.
Yeah.
So we'll just leave it at that. This is the worst Destiny DLC ever made. If you want to argue about it or propose your disagreement, go ahead and do it. But yeah, no. I could see any of these DLCs being the worst, but this is our worst. I think we can agree on this.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, yeah, awful.
Now a good season.
Now a good season.
Yeah, no.
Yes! It's the best season that has ever been dropped in Destiny history! It's flames! It's got a dungeon! Live event that was fire! It was amazing! The biggest lead up to the coolest character in the game! It's ass!
It's...
Alright, now that we've settled it down a little bit, I think this is the highest A.
I agree. I agree, highest A. Intro, coolest character? Who's the coolest character? Who's the coolest character? Wait, what?
This is the coolest character.
Bro, you don't even meet him in Arrivals, bro.
He didn't get introduced. He didn't get introduced.
He didn't get introduced in Arrivals.
You cannot fight me on that.
He's not even in season.
Right here.
He got introduced in Witch Queen. We never even knew about him.
We heard about like the Darkness guy in season of Arrivals.
No, we haven't.
Okay.
No,
That season of Flames. No one's fighting me on that. That season with it's my favorite season that's ever been dropped. It's my favorite.
That's fair. I can see why, but that's,
It's my favorite piece of content that has ever been dropped out of that game. If they copy and pasted it into like another season, dude, and it was like the exact same thing, Contact, that same event, I wouldn't even notice, and I would be like, God, it's insane, it's amazing.
Okay, so for the viewers that are listening, I'm gonna provide a bit of background. This was like Season of Arrivals was when Rose really started playing Destiny, and when it comes
I
to
started taking it serious then.
yeah, I know, but I'm just letting y'all know. But whenever it comes to things that Rose is like first time for, she's like really passionate about. It's the same thing. She loves Ron, even though Ron is like mid as hell. But I think Arrivals is high A because it had a
Okay.
lot going
No,
for
hold
it.
on.
Yeah.
I already know where you're going with this. The only reason it's not high A is because of contact.
Yeah.
S. Sorry.
What are you talking about?
Contact
It's
is
Gambit. It's Gambit but a public event. That's all it is.
That is gas.
no.
It's,
Contact
it's,
is just
it's a Gambit but a public event.
it's
That's all
Gambit
it
but a
is.
public event minus invasion. That's it. It is like
That's literally all it is.
the same problem.
Literally reintroduced like all the planets. Like what?
Right, but here's the thing. Like,
the planets were leaving, and Contact was like, "Oh hey, these planets are leaving, just so you know. So enjoy them while you get them."
yeah, but here's the problem. It's nothing but a public event at the end of the day.
Exactly. That's the same problem with Season of Worthy when it was just a public event. I think like Bungie realized that they can't just keep doing public events anymore, and that's why they started doing the battlegrounds because the
The reason why
battlegrounds.
no, you're totally right. I totally agree with this take.
Yeah.
However, the reason it's high A is because the story was really good. The secret missions were awesome. Every week, there was visible progression with the story.
Exactly.
Hold on, I'm not finished yet, and I'm not gonna justify your S ranking because it's not an S. Witherhoard was introduced. Rose also let me add. Witherhoard is Rose's favorite
God.
weapon in the entire game.
I love that effing gun.
Ruinous Effigy was introduced. Pretty fun quest to get Ruinous Effigy and the Catalyst. Very cool quest.
Yeah.
We all three of us collectively agree that Prophecy is the best dungeon.
Yep.
It is the only dungeon that we play for fun. Otherwise, yeah, high A. Contact is the only thing preventing it from being an S.
I will say, after everything is said and done in Season of the Arrivals, there wasn't much to do after the fact.
Yes.
Once you did everything, it was done. Like,
The loot was also kind of mid, not gonna lie.
yeah,
Hey, but we got Umbrals.
we did get
pretty
Umbrals.
cool.
That was great. That was a good addition. I agree. Beyond Light. Beyond
All right.
Light.
The great season leads up to a really mid to bad DLC.
I think. Oh my god, I have so much qualms with this DLC.
All right, so real quickly, I'm just gonna boost our discussion. The season or the DLC itself is fine. What made this so miserable was sunsetting.
Sunsetting ruined everything.
God. It was so bad.
That is what made this suck. It did not suck as bad if sunsetting didn't happen. If sunsetting didn't happen, I think it would be a B tier DLC. Sunsetting made this DLC bad, in my opinion. Because
Luke Smith just didn't know how to do it.
yeah, he really didn't, honestly. Yeah. And I would like to say that I remember there was this one mission where we got like a Season of Arrival sniper, and that was like the moment where I was like, oh man,
Yeah,
this
it was
is
like
not good.
it wasn't even a Season of the Rival sniper. It was like a Vanguard sniper, and it was like
Because
okay.
here's the thing, I agreed with sunsetting weapons, not planets, weapons. I think weapons should have been sunset because D1 vanilla weapons should not have been in the game. They were made with two completely different systems in mind.
Exactly. But the problem
like,
was that
Coup, as much as I love my Midnight Coup, and I'll never delete it out of my vault, it needed to go.
Agreed.
Because it was just a good weapon that was made for a different sandbox that was playing in another sandbox.
Yeah.
But that's about all. That's all Sans Sunsetting. Go ahead.
Yeah, the problem was that Sunsetting would have been fine if they added enough weapons into the game, but they didn't. They just got rid of everything and then brought in like 2 new weapons, and then that was it. They called it quits. If they had sunset everything and brought in a bunch of new weapons, then it probably would have been fine, but they didn't do that.
Yeah, no. The loot sucked, man. The loot was so bad.
Oh yeah, I agree. The loot was horrible. It was awful.
It looked stupid. It was not fun to use. Like, it was just awful. Awful.
Yeah. Now, for me, in my opinion about Beyond Light, this DLC really made me mad. This was the DLC for me that was like, okay, this is just stupid. It was like,
you barely played during this year.
I hated Beyond Light. I was livid.
I just want to say, I think we all should agree that Stasis is cool, though.
Stasis is cool now.
When it first came out, though, it wasn't.
Yeah, no, when it first came out, it was.
Pirates were so broken, and they were just like, when it came out, bro, oh my god, it makes me so mad.
Hold on. Well, we're speaking on Crucible strictly with this part, because in PvE, it actually kind of sucked.
Yeah.
But PvP,
For
it
the
was so bad. I did not touch Crucible for like 2 whole seasons.
Yeah, it was
I did.
bad.
I touched Crucible more in Beyond Light than I like did ever. That's the
Well,
real
that's just
thing.
you're crazy. You're crazy.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
back to what I was saying.
Hold on. Where do we think this should go?
Okay, I think for me, it is like a mid C to a.
Yeah. No, I think it's worse than D1, D2 vanilla, man.
Oh no, I agree. I think it's worse than D2 vanilla. At least I had fun
It's
playing
not
D2
worse than
vanilla.
Warmind. It's
I
not
was
worse than Warmind.
angry when I was playing Beyond Light. It was just like, I just hated it. The
It was
thing.
a cool aesthetic, though.
Huh?
It was a cool aesthetic, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, it's just for me. It's something that I will also mention in Lightfall. I really hate how Bungie just makes the stories around these new supers now. I don't want to get the super at the last mission so I can just have it forever. I want to get it as early as possible so I can interact with the sandbox with this new super. I hate it so much how Bungie is like, you have to earn using this super. It's like, I just want to use it, man.
Right.
I agree with you, but at the same time, in Beyond Light, the whole story of Beyond Light kind of needed to be based around that because
Yeah, no, true.
the whole point of like the Darkness saga is that we're going in and we're experimenting, like using the darkness.
I guess, but the thing is, by the time you get to the point where you're using it, the campaign's already over, and you can replay it again, but it's not the same because you're already so
man,
overpowered.
Getting all the stasis stuff is I still have it. I still don't have all the fragments. I still don't have them. I have 2,000 hours in Destiny 2, and I still do not have all the stasis fragments from one
It's a
class.
nightmare.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It is
I
just.
really don't understand why they just don't give them to us. I really don't get it.
Yeah, it's like
Who cares?
the story was fine. It was cool seeing Varix again, but the story was just fine. It was like nothing too special, and Europa was cool. Europa was cool, and Deep Stone Crypt is a great raid, but there was just so many other factors outside of it that really gave this a bad rap. And one of those
keep going.
And one of those things was the season, and we will get to the season because I have a lot to say on Season of the Hunt.
I think that Beyond Light is just above Destiny 2 vanilla. And it's just because Deep Stone Crypt is one of the coolest raids we've ever gotten.
That's fair. Fair take.
If not the coolest raid.
Yeah, that's fair.
No,
but
not the coolest, but fair take.
yeah, but Leviathan was also a good raid. That's the thing. I think Destiny.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, no, I don't know if Leviathan was like that good.
No, but Leviathan was a decent raid.
Leviathan had 2 good encounters.
Yeah, compared to like the average starting raid, Leviathan was pretty good. But
I think
Deep Stone is
one
easily. Yeah, Deep Stone is easily better than Leviathan.
oh yeah, no, I'm not denying that, but I'm just saying I think Destiny 2 had more going for it than Beyond Light did.
I think it's just stay where it is, low C.
I agree. It's just
Yeah,
that
I think it's just stay where it is.
Destiny 2 had more going for it than Beyond Light did.
Also, yeah, that's true.
And
Here's the thing.
and Destiny 2 Vanilla had a better had a somewhat better endgame than Beyond Light, kind of.
Actually, I'll save what I was about to say for Lightfall when we get to Lightfall, because we're not going to talk about Lightfall in depth. I just have one more thing to add on to it before we stop hating on that DLC like we did in the episode 2.
Yeah.
Or episode 3, my bad.
Season of the Hunt.
Season
of the Hunt rightfully goes
I
in
have nothing
D.
to say on this. I think it's like the lowest C, and that's it. I have nothing else to say on it. It's just whatever.
No, I think Ultimate bringing back the Crow Ultrasoft is cool, but I mean, we don't need to say much. The season was just bad. The concept was cool.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. Crow coming back, good addition. Hawkmoon coming back, pretty cool too. But other than that, this is where it started getting very. Yeah, this is where things started to get repetitive. This is where Destiny did reach a low because Beyond Light was a bad DLC and it came up with a bad season. So it was there was a lot of problems. So I also agree. I think it's the lowest C and maybe the highest D. It just.
I think it goes right here in the lowest C.
Yeah, it was just a really, really. This was that was one of the Destiny's lowest points was Beyond Light.
I think the Crow coming back is what saves it from D.
Yeah, Crow is a great character.
I agree.
And the concept of him not knowing who he is just so fascinating.
Yeah, I agree.
At the time, he knows who he is now, but
yeah.
Season of the Risen.
Chosen.
Sorry. Season of Chosen is A tier.
No.
Because We need Keitel.
Hold
Keitel
on,
is
hold on,
in
hold
the.
Before you go into that, we got Battlegrounds. We got Kaido.
True.
We got Presage. One
True.
of the greatest exotic missions ever. Amazing. All three of those things are cores of the game now.
Yeah.
Presage made a new staple for exotic missions. Kaido was one of the most important characters in the story, and Battlegrounds started here.
That's why I think it's the
I
lowest
agree.
S.
I think lowest S.
I think it's the
Uh,
lowest
it's
S.
A.
I don't.
It's A.
Destiny. Okay, Destiny would not be in the state that
I
it's
think
in.
it's better than. I think it's better than Arrivals, but not S.
I
I think
think
it's one down from Rivals.
the reason I
ahead.
think it's S is because I think we wouldn't have the current state of Destiny without that season. I think Destiny's
It was
only
also
as
in
good
the
as it
Beyond Light
is.
Era.
Huh?
So sunsetting was still a problem because this was during the Beyond Light era, so we can't forget that sunsetting was still affecting
That's
this.
true, but dude, they added so much proving ground. They added a new whole. They
It's
added a
not
whole new
S.
strike. They had a whole new strike.
Yeah.
I think it's. I think
As
it's.
much as I love the season, I'm very attached to that season.
Oh,
But
yeah,
it's
Proving
not-
Grounds.
it's
I forgot
not
about Proving Grounds
high
too. Yeah.
It's
No,
the
Proving Grounds is
highest.
Go ahead.
I was ranked 300 in that season.
Proving. Yeah. Oh my god. Proving Grounds is a mid strike. I'm sorry. It kind of,
I know,
it's
but
good.
still, it's like a. How many times? It was not. It was a new strike. Come on.
Hard strike is.
Yeah, it's really hard to.
It's just I just think it's a low S because I just feel like it had so much in it and it was so
It's-
good that it just warranted just that low S spot. But I guess
Also,
majority does rule and I'm outlawed here, so I'll happily just agree to disagree on this one. I personally think it's a low S, but highest day is fair, I think. But
another reason to justify why it's so good, because like they baited a Vanguard's death.
Wait, they did?
Dude, remember the cutscene where they almost killed Zavala? The
I mean,
Scions?
we knew he wasn't gonna die, dude.
yeah.
I know, but like that was kind of crazy in the heat of the moment.
mean,
you're like,
No, it was a good cutscene, but no, I knew he was not gonna die.
Yeah.
They would have killed him off in a
Yeah.
cutscene. They would have killed off Zavala in a cutscene that wasn't even pre-rendered. It was in the game cutscene.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Season Splicer. I think it's the lowest A.
Really? I
Yeah.
think it's a high. I think it might be a high B.
the weapons were fire.
Dude, best. Honestly, the best
I-
weapons I've seen out of any season ever.
I missed out on them, dude. I want that slide shot binding nade so bad.
No, yeah, Ignition Code is one of the best range launchers in the game, if
Um,
not the best for some parts of the game.
I think it's like highest B or lowest A.
It's
I'm
lowest
trying to
A.
think. Hold on, I'm trying to think. There was the activity override. There was secret missions that I had to do a million times to get the dang title. What else was there? There was a really bad stasis exotic weapon.
Yeah.
Was there a mission for this season or like what? Oh, King's Fall. Oh, no. Vogue.
Oh yeah, Vaughn came back. That's right.
True.
Vogue came back and it's really good. They made it good.
True.
Yeah, you know what? That is it makes that a low A. If Vaughn since
Yeah, I
Vaughn
think
did
low
come
A is
back.
fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And
Yeah.
I think that is low B. I forgot what it's called.
Season
Or
of the
highest
Lost.
B. Or sorry, season lost to highest B. Bringing back Marsov is really cool.
Respectfully disagree.
I think. Where do you think it goes, Jax?
I think every single Beyond Light season, except for Season of the Hunt, was a banger. I think these are all A.
Yeah, I think I agree. I was about to say I think season lost is A. They added
Amazing
Agriceptor,
weapons. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Agriceptor, Savathun. They really set up Witch Queen. That DLC set up Witch
Oh,
Queen, and it
dude,
did.
it's the best setup for any
For-
DLC
for
in this
pictures as
entire
well.
series.
Yeah. Agriceptor was a cool weapon. Good
What was
activity.
the exotic? What was the seasonal exotic again? Not Agriceptor. It was one. What was it?
It was I can't remember.
I can't remember what it was.
I'm about
The
to look it
season-
up.
Yeah, please do. I actually have no idea what it was.
Yeah.
It's a fast weapon.
I think there needs to actually I'll say that if we get to it.
What DLC are you going to be referring to?
Nah, I'll just say it when we get to it.
All right. Yeah, I can't remember the seasonal exotic. What was it?
Nothing.
It was the pistol.
Oh, it was a Lawrence
No.
Drive.
Lawrence Driver. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
God, that exotic is so broken. Everyone who
Yeah.
uses that thing in PvP is a terrible person.
Yeah, the Lawrence Drive.
Yeah, stop yourself there. It's a terrible person.
Yeah. Anyway, but
I hope your family has a nice Christmas.
Oh yeah. Also good end game, like good end of season activity. Great end of season activity.
Yeah, the best build-up mission for a season.
Yeah, I agree. Or DLC, you mean?
Actually, the cutscene for this was pretty good though. Season of Seraph had a great final cutscene and mission too. Oh god.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I think that's like high A. Like Season of Lost is high A. I'd say
I think
Season.
Season Lost is the lowest day actually. I think it's worse than Splicer.
Really?
Yep.
I thought it was better than Splicer.
No, I'm teetering on high B, lowest day.
No, okay. 30th anniversary.
This is fair. This is fair. This is fair.
Yeah.
We'll keep it going.
30th anniversary. I was gonna say something.
Go ahead.
30th anniversary needs its own tier.
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
Because 30th anniversary has zero impact to the story. It's
Okay, but that doesn't matter though. We're rating on content. We're rating on content.
Yeah, but
I mean,
just,
if it's content, then it's like Galley was
I
so
think-
broken.
I think it's mid B. I think it's mid B.
I think it's mid B as well. I
I
agree.
think it's mid B then, because I think it deserves its own tier. But
It added.
There's nothing- I mean, what do you want to say? What is there to say about it? It's just content filler for the next DLC.
Yeah, it added
Right.
grasp. It added what's that activity called again on Eternity?
Dares of Eternity.
Yeah, Dares of Eternity. It added dares.
Well, There's Eternity is solid.
Dares of Eternity is solid. It just added stuff, and that was
Yeah,
what we
tons of
needed.
loot. And tons and tons and tons of loot.
It's just it was just it just created the buy time for Witch Queen. That was it. Bring back
Yeah,
Galley.
it was solid. It
Witch
was
Queen.
solid.
We know where Witch Queen goes. We don't even
It
have to
does.
say anything.
It's the best DLC in the game.
The best DLC to be
There's
released
nothing-
for this series.
There's nothing you say about it. It just is. Everyone
Nah,
who knows about Destiny knows about it.
What is there to say that hasn't said? Is what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. It's perfect.
It's the best. It's the best.
It's just the best.
Amazing story, amazing end game, amazing raid villain, amazing setup. Like it's just the best.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the peak. This is the peak. We're never getting here unless the final shape is really good. We're never getting to this point ever again.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Season of the Risen accompanying it. Okay, I'm
Those-
gonna be honest. Let me just quickly say this. Season of the Risen goes with the Witch Queen IMO.
I kind of agree.
They are so intertwined.
Yeah, I agree.
The story, like this, we're gonna combine Lightfall and Defiance when we get here because these two are also so interlinked that I consider them to be the same piece of content.
I agree.
Okay,
The story
I-
from this directly affects what happens in this.
Yeah.
I think that's a common trend with every first season.
Not
But-
Season of Hunt.
Not Season of
No.
Hunt. Season of Hunt was completely
It's-
different.
Okay, but they had taken a completely different direction when they went.
And
to
same with
Witch Queen.
Season of Dying as well. Season of Dying as well. Is nothing.
Like it's a clear trend that since
It's a
we've
new
got some new
trend.
directors, yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, those battlegrounds got old. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nah, just respectfully disagree.
Respectfully disagree as well.
I never got tired of them. I never got tired of them.
Yeah.
Especially the moon one. The moon one was just so good.
I agree. I agree.
No, I think that we're not saying that Season of the Risen by itself is with an S, but
Right.
I'm saying that they're so connected that they should be the same thing.
Yeah, Season of the Risen alone is like an A, but together they're.
Yeah, I
it's
agree.
nice.
It's an A or B. I agree that it by itself, but it's just so important to both of these.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
So, all right, Season of the Haunted. I think I'm the only one that actually fully grinded out the thing in this.
I thought it
It
was
had
just
good
okay.
weapons. It had good weapons. It wasn't a good season.
Am I the only one that did all of the story, the title, and the grinding for it?
I did all the story.
Okay.
Didn't Duality come in with this?
No, that came with Season of the Hunt.
Oh, no, wait, whoa, what?
Oh, the dungeon. I thought you meant the shotgun.
No, the
I was
dungeon.
like, huh?
I thought you were talking about the shotgun.
No, I'm talking about the dungeon.
Oh.
Here's the thing: is that my problem with the stupid dungeons now is that they're different content. You have to buy them separately. So like,
That's true.
you have to.
So
You
stupid.
can't just. You couldn't buy Season of the Haunted and get the dungeon. So they're separate content. I guess we can tie it in, but it's stupid. That's dumb.
Well,
I
I think
pay $100 for all the DLC and pay $20 more to buy a stupid dungeon.
I agree. I disagree. I agree. It's dumb. But
Okay, yeah, the season, the content was not good.
they brought back Leviathan. It was that's the thing. It was just a better public event. That's kind of what it was. Made
Yes,
Leviathan.
man, just
Bringing back
Leviathan.
Leviathan is cool, but we're only on the top of the Leviathan. Like we don't get to go to the inside.
But dude, I will say this: the Callus lead up and the story for our characters. This is arguably the best seasonal story on its own.
I agree. It's a season of character development.
Yeah, it's literally all that happens in this season
True.
is character development. That's the only thing that happens is character development.
Yeah.
It's season of the character development. That's literally the best way to describe this. I totally agree. I would put this in above House of Wolves, but below 30th anniversary.
Yeah. I agree.
in B tier.
Yeah.
Can we agree on this?
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Plunder. A lot of people, for some reason, think this is the worst season ever. I cannot, for the life of me, figure out why.
It was just fine.
Neither can
mean,
I.
It was
It's
fine.
really not. It was not that bad, guys. It really was not that bad.
It really was just a fine season. There was nothing. There's
Right.
nothing really special to say about it.
But that's really
Wait,
it.
what? What did you say was bad?
Weapons.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, like, what was everybody's deal with this season? It's F and D tier low. Like, come on.
It's,
Yeah,
It's
I
just
think it's
that
like-
bad.
I think it's like bottom of B tier.
Yeah. No, it's not better than Shadowkeep. I'd say
Below
good
Shadow-
tier. Low, mid
Sure.
C tier, mid C tier. I agree with
Yeah.
that. But, like, worse than Season of the Worthy? Are you kidding me?
Hmm.
That's just cap. Like, come on, bro. Worse than this and this? No way. Not even close. We got King's Fall Redux.
that's true.
Come on. Anyways.
Season of the Seraph. Oh god.
Oh, man.
That was. A
I'm so
banger.
tempted to put this at the bottom of S.
I know. I
It's-
agree. I agree.
All right, bottom of S then.
Like, dude, this
It
season
had
was fire,
so
man.
much to do. Revision
So
Zero,
hold on.
banger.
Before you say that, because you're about to go off and you're about to be totally accurate. You know what's funny is that everybody was hating on the season when it first came out, including me. I'm not gonna act like I didn't.
Because
I
it was-
totally was hating on the season.
Oh
When
no,
it
I
first
was
came out.
too. Because
Man,
it's just.
I was so wrong. I was so wrong.
It's because the last Warmind season we got was so bad.
Right, but oh my god, they turned it around.
Yeah, that was a good season.
It was good. It
was-
was good, man.
That was a good season.
I love this season.
We got Spire. We got Revision Zero. The new activity was great. It was
Yeah,
all
we
fun.
basically got two. We basically got two new missions. That's pretty much what we got.
Yeah, exactly.
We got Vision Zero and a new dungeon. We got two new things.
Yeah, no, it was great. Really
The
good
Vision Zero
season.
mission was awesome, and it had reasons to go back. And there was the dog. I mean, come on, there was the dog, guys. It was the dog.
Yeah, true.
True, dog.
The Good Boy Protocol.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, and the last mission with this cutscene. Oh my, it brought a tear to my eye. That last, like, the music kicking in when they were about to shoot the Traveler, got a tear in my eye.
Yeah, it was a.
Like, that's how you know they got me to care about the characters all of a sudden.
It's a good season.
Like, damn, great season.
Good season.
Probably the
True.
best season on its own.
I agree.
And
That-
great battlegrounds. Great battlegrounds too. I mean,
Oh yeah, great
what else?
battlegrounds.
What else do you want? Great weapons, great battlegrounds, cool armor, cool new like everything. It's just great. Solid season.
Lightfall.
All right. Refer to our episode on Lightfall for thoughts on this one.
Exactly.
Yeah, but we also have closing thoughts, so we have to do closing thoughts video.
Yes, but that's coming next. That's coming in next episode. Excuse me.
Yeah. I feel
Yeah.
like we should. I feel like we should save our thoughts.
I agree.
I feel we can save our thoughts, but I'm gonna quickly say one thing. I wish that Bungie learned their lesson from Beyond Light when it comes to unlocking the soap class. You know.
I agree. I just don't
I
understand.
We knew, and Beyond Light, it's understandable. It's the first time we're getting darkness. Our Guardian wouldn't know how to handle it. We have wielded the darkness before. Why is our Guardian struggling so much to wield it here?
I don't
This
know.
is not new to them. This is something we've done before, and it just makes the campaign boring. Every time they took Strand away from me, I was like, oh man, this is boring. We'll go into that later, but since we talked about it with Beyond Light, I did want to add that here.
Yeah.
We'll put it on the tier list just to finish the tier list up, but we won't go in depth. I
Just-
think it is the highest C tier.
I was about to say that. I was like highest C or lowest B.
I think both this and the season go right here.
Really?
Maybe the season goes here.
I agree. I was like the season. This, in all honesty, the season is fine. The season was like
Yeah,
not
season's
that
pretty
bad.
Yeah. Lowest B for the season, highest C for Lightfall.
Yeah, the season is like just fine. It is interesting battleground. Brought back Mara, made it interesting. Good character stuff with like Amanda. It does a good job on focusing on the aftermath of Lightfall. I think that's
Right.
kind of what makes it. That's what makes it good. Is that it focuses on what happened after Lightfall, and what everyone was doing while we were digging around on Neptune.
Right.
Totally agree. All right. That's Destiny 2 tier list right then and there.
This is the definitive tier list. You say something
If you're
else,
not
you're
allowed to
wrong.
Disagree. This is our opinion. It's final. This is what you're supposed to believe now.
Yeah, exactly. You read this, you agree. You cannot disagree. This is
Yep.
the definitive tier list.
Yep. But I doubt anything. Maybe our opinions on Lightfall will change when Final Shape comes out. But the rest of this, I doubt any of this will ever change.
I agree. I don't think any of this will ever change.
All right. Well, in the back of the editing room, we decided that we're gonna do the JoJo Stand tier list on another episode. Because this episode we were recording for an hour and 10 minutes, and we did not think that we'd go this long talking about Destiny DLC.
Yeah.
But I guess we had a lot to say about it. Again, I want to remind everyone this is not a Destiny cast, but we're just gonna get all the Destiny stuff out of the way, and then we're gonna move on to other things.
Yeah.
So next episode will be the last of Destiny for about until the next season comes out, and then yeah, we'll again not Destiny cast, not Destiny cast. I swear. But yeah, this is our tier list. Next episode is going to be about the wrap up of the Lightfall era, or start of the Lightfall era, and the season of Defiance. And then after that, we will see what next. We'll probably announce it in the next episode, which will hopefully come out fairly soon. So yeah, thank you for listening, and we will see you guys in the next one.